everyone, and welcome back. I have another hospital trip, of course. I feel like here in Japan you go to the hospital a lot for pregnancy versus the States, or like the OB clinic or whatever clinic you go to for a pregnancy in the United States. Because, yeah, I just feel like that. Like, a lot of my friends in the States who have had kids usually say they only see the doc maybe once a trimester or like every other month, maybe, if you're lucky. And here, you go so often. Usually, it's once a month here in Japan until I think, 30 weeks? 28 or 30 weeks. And then you start going every 2 weeks to the hospital. And yeah, it's a lot. And then after 35 weeks, I think they change you to every week going to the hospital. So many hospital visits. And I don't mind because I get to see the baby every time. Like, they do a sonogram every visit. It's not only like, oh, we're only going to do it once a month or on this particular visit. No, they do it every visit, which I love because, yeah, it just gives me reassurance. And yeah, I am just tired, to be honest. But I haven't been doing a whole lot lately, so that might be a reason why I haven't been posting a lot of videos. If you guys are curious about why I haven't been posting a lot of videos, it's because I'm not doing anything. Right now, Japan is in a state of emergency, which means you are supposed to be staying home, trying to work from home, do those things. It's kind of like quarantine, isolation kind of thing, but the government can't make you do it because the government has imposed laws in the past that don't enable them to enforce people to stay home or anything. So, but they're trying to change that, actually. Interesting fact about that, they are trying to pass legislation to where they can enforce it. Meaning maybe give fines to people who are like not wearing a mask in public or things like that. And you might think that's a little crazy, but it's for the better good. Right now, I know in Taiwan, because Layers of Jen, or Jennifer, if you know her channel, she has currently moved to Taiwan, and they have this current situation where it's illegal to not wear a mask in public. So you have to wear a mask, and if you're caught without wearing a mask, you get this humongous fine. You don't get really jail time or anything, but you get a massive fine, and it's like not worth not wearing a mask, if you get what I mean. So yeah. I'm all for wearing a mask. I don't have a problem with it. Like, it protects me from you, and I can protect you from me. So it works both ways on wearing a mask. It's not just a principle that I'm against or anything, like people are making me wear a mask kind of thing. Even if the government imposed a law of some kind, I still wouldn't mind wearing a mask. Just because somebody's making you do it doesn't mean it's bad. I feel like a lot of people missed that lesson growing up. But enough ranting on that. I need to get inside and start my appointment. It's gonna be another long day today, so let's get it over with. Well, it is time to pee in a cup, and I have to fill it to this little line right here. Not much at all. we are, week 36. Woohoo! Technically 4 weeks left, but I don't think I'm really gonna have that much time. But yeah, today's appointment is pretty standard. I do have blood tests today. It's the second round of blood test time. And I also have my GD appointment as usual. So, it's another long day at the hospital for me, so let's get going. So I am back home now from the doctor's. Yeah, Mary? Yeah? What, you want to come sit with mommy? Yeah? You just love being on camera. Yeah, everything is good with the baby. It's just more of me that has the problems, I guess, now. But, yeah. So at my last appointment, my 34-week appointment, I actually had a GBS test. Yeah. Basically, it's just like a little vaginal swab. And they test. And today I got the results of that test, and I was positive. Yeah. If you don't know about GBS, it's basically the Group B strep test, and it's not like strep throat. It's completely different. Only pregnant women can get this. And they give you a little information sheet about it. This is all in Japanese, but I had my translator translate it for us. And basically this says about 10 to 15% of all pregnant women get this as a positive test result, GBS. And there's nothing horrible about this. It's just basically an infection, and it's cleared up with some antibiotics, no problem. The risk of GBS is when your baby is born, they can contract the GBS and it causes complications in the baby. So that's why it's a big deal. Continuing on with the little paper they have here for it, it says only about 1% of babies contract the GBS. So yeah, it's 1% of babies. I don't know what 1% is. I don't know if that's in the world, in Japan, or like, I don't know what their 1% is. Like, I didn't ask that many details, and they probably wouldn't really even know. At least my translator wouldn't. But they don't treat with antibiotics before the birth. Basically, when I go into labor and I get to the hospital, they will hook me up to an IV right away and start the antibiotics then. So that I don't pass it on to my baby. And I had it with Mary actually as well. So yeah, you came out fine, yeah? She was fine, everything was fine. It's not a huge deal. It's just something you really have to look out for. But that's one thing that I had today that's just Now the other news I got today, which was something that I've been expecting, but I really was hoping it wasn't going to happen, was that my GD doctor did put me on insulin. Yes, mainly because of my after meal numbers. They were starting to get a little high, and he wants the numbers to be under 120. And most of the time they were, but it was becoming more frequent that the numbers were becoming like 126 or 130 or 124, or it wasn't like every single time, but it was becoming more frequent, and he was getting concerned with that. I'm not so concerned with it because it's not that bad of a number, and my other GD doctor with Mary wasn't concerned at all with that. So he seems to be a little bit more strict about it, but that's fine and it's okay, and I was kind of expecting it anyways. But it's still disappointing. It's more disappointing in myself because I've been trying really hard to not have to do insulin, but I mean, your body does what it wants, kind of thing. Anyways, so I received a insulin pen today, as well as little injection needles. I like freaked out at the doctor. I was like, I can't do needles. I can't do needles. Like, if I have to inject myself with a needle, it's not happening. And he was like, it's okay, it's okay. And I'm like, I can do like a fast inject pen, like with the blood test thing. But if it's like an actual needle, I can't do it. Like, there's no way. There's no way I'll be able to do it. And it's not like Naoki would be home at all meals for me to like ask him to do it for me. So I was like, and then he explained, oh, well, we use this kind of like pen thing. It's not a fast injection pen, but it is like a pen type. So it's not like a full-blown like needle, I guess you'd say. But it's still kind of nerve-wracking because the needle is exposed when you're like putting it in yourself. And we'll just have to see how that goes. Like, yeah, not looking forward to that at all. On the insulin part, I actually have to go back to the hospital tomorrow in the afternoon for an information session, or like a learning session on how to use the pen and do it properly and all that kind of stuff. But that's about everything that happened at the doctor's. So a bit emotional for me today, just because I'm really hard. Shh. Because I'm really hard on myself. But yeah, everything will be fine, Mary, yeah? Everything will be okay. So, well guys, oh, my bangs are a bit wonky now. I don't know why. Anyways, I think that's about it for today. I am actually in the middle of cooking dinner. We are going to have curry, and it's cooking right now. Pork curry, nothing super special, just using one of those pre-made curry block things, Japanese curry style. Yeah, I think that was enough excitement for me for today. I am super tired. I can't decide if I'm physically tired from, you know, holding a baby in my stomach, or if I'm mentally tired today. I think I'm more mentally tired today, just because of all of the emotions I'm having to deal with being put on insulin and all that stuff. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. You know, I mean, I don't have that much longer to go, so it's not a huge deal. It's not like I've had to do this the entire time. If I had to do this the entire pregnancy, oh my god, I don't know what I would have done. It's literally the next day, and I have the whole crew with me, and I have to have a lesson on how to use the pen they gave me for the insulin and all that stuff. It shouldn't be a very long visit, but you never know. But I think they're gonna go and play in the park that's across the street while I'm in the hospital. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Just waiting my turn by the pharmacy, which is where everything is done. Now test, right? Test. It went really far. I have to do this first. Should I turn it and then do it, or do I do it and then turn
2
it?
にしてからポンポンするのか、ポンポンしてから2にするのか。
でも大丈夫です。
Either way, that's fine.
It really shot out. And then the actual one. Do I need to do it again?
またこの次もやるんですよね、自分が。
やります。はい。
Two more. Make sure.
Oh,
Oh no. I have to clean the area that I'm going to use. And put this in. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. Like that. And put this back on. And we put it in that. And it's all done, right?
OK です。
Okay. はい。Okay, that's it.
はい。
ありがとうございました。
Well, we just got back from the hospital, and I don't know if you could tell when I was practicing with them and everything that I really don't like needles. Like, I don't know if you could see in my eyes that I was actually crying before doing that. Like, when she pulled out the needle, I literally started crying. I'm gonna cry again. Just the thought of having to stick myself with a needle, it gets me. Now, the blood sugar needles, I literally can hardly see because they're behind an enclosed space, and you push a button, needle goes in and back like that really quick, and like it's actually painful for a little bit, but then it's over and you get used to it, and your fingers are sore, of course. But this needle for the insulin is actually exposed, and yeah, we'll have to see how well I do with actually giving myself a shot, because oh my gosh, I am like so nervous to give myself a shot. Like, I feel like I'm gonna stick it in me, but then I'm gonna be so nervous that I'm not gonna keep it and it's just gonna come out, or like, I don't know. But we'll see how that goes. I'm actually making lunch now, and I have to take an insulin shot. I have to do insulin for every meal now. I don't have to test my blood sugar every meal, only every 3 days. That hasn't changed. They just said to keep a lookout for hypoglycemia, which is basically feeling very weak, hungry, faint, nauseous, that kind of thing. And that's because your blood sugar is way too low, because this is a fast-acting insulin. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Maybe it will be a relief that I can actually eat whatever I want now, instead of having to like be super strict on a diet. I don't know. We'll see. That's like the only thing I can do, is just wait and see. But yeah. I just did my shot, very first shot, all by myself, and yeah, I didn't do too bad. I literally stuck it in my stomach. I like was like looking away doing it, and I know that's probably a really bad practice to do, but it's like I didn't know if it was gonna hurt. I didn't know anything, so I'm like, let me just just do it and like get it out of the way, you know what I mean? So I did it, and I actually didn't feel anything at all. I didn't feel a pinprick. I didn't feel nothing. And that doesn't mean I didn't stick myself, because I did stick myself. But that's a good sign. Now I'm not so afraid of this like needle pen thing, and I know it's going to be easy for me to do. So yeah. Now to eat lunch and see how it goes. Marius decided to come and join me. Yeah, Mary. Okay. But I think that will be it for this vlog, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know if you are not. Let me know if you are nervous about needles, or if you don't mind looking at needles when you get stuck with them, or I can't even look when they do my blood. So I'm like, here's my arm, but I'm not gonna look. Yeah. And I don't mind looking after they have stuck me or stuff like that, but like the process of actually doing it, or when they take it out, I don't want to look at it at all. So yeah, was lunch good? You had chicken? Yeah. So stay safe out there, guys, and I'll see you in my next vlog. Bye.